NFL draft analyst for the NFL Network, Daniel Jeremiah, talking about Jim Schwartz.
I think it'd be huge if the head coach isn't Jim Schwartz, that they find a way to keep Jim Schwartz as a defensive coordinator who's done an outstanding job there and who has the perfect defense for what they have personnel-wise, specifically with Myles Garrett. I mean, Myles Garrett was put on this earth to play in that wide nine that Jim Schwartz utilizes there.
And along those lines, Fred, take a look at this. Myles Garrett today named Pro Football Writer of America, the Pro Football Writers of America, which I know you're one of them, Defensive Player of the Year. So the Browns have the Defensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year on Jim Schwartz defense. So I get what Daniel Jeremiah is saying.
Yeah, I've been saying that, and I know that it's not everybody wants the next Sean McVay, but there's no guarantee you're going to get him. I think if you could get somebody that you think is that guy to come in and run your offense, maybe have a clear canvas to get the quarterback or look at the direction and all that, to get your offensive overhauled with a clear canvas. But on the defensive side, how can you say he challenged Myles Garrett, who is already maybe the best defensive player in the NFL, to have his best season ever, and he did. And then you get that out of your rookie defensive player of the year, and you have 10 of the 11 under contract, and you have Martin Emerson and JOK possibly coming back, one, if not both of them, which would be like adding 2 big free agents. I don't know about JOK, but if you did. But all that being said, you're assuming if you bring in anybody else that, they're just going to pick up the pieces and be just as good. I don't necessarily think that. So why not keep that going? But if I'm Jim Schwartz, do I want to stay under a 30-year-old guy that's coming in for the first time, or whoever it is, and just say, yeah, I know you don't think I'm good enough to run the team, but I would see him going somewhere else, even if he went with Stefanski. I guess he already hired a coach. But as far as the Bills or somewhere else, because I just think it's a far reach to assume that he's going to stay here if he gets passed over again, which might be his last shot, because the last time, I think it was 2 years ago, they were 11-5, and he was assistant coach of the year. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't even get an interview.
Nope,
he got one this year with the Ravens, and was that because Todd Monken got an interview here, or what? Or put a little pressure on the Browns, or what? But I just don't see why it's such a hard reach or hard sell with people. I know they want the shiny new object, but you don't know what you're getting.
Well, the challenge is Sean McVay comes along probably every 8 to 10 years. And there are a lot of guys that you think is the next Sean McVay or fill-in-the-blank brilliant offensive mind that upon further review are like, okay, that didn't work out.